How are you doing?
Okay, thank you.
Good stuff. Can we just check on the injury news first of all after Burnley? Are there any fresh issues? Can you just say who's unavailable for the weekend?
Let's see. Bryan, we have Bryan. The problem with Bryan, he came out in the game. We are assessing. Sessegnon is not involved. He's still not with the group. And normal knocks after the game. We still have this training session of this afternoon, and then we'll see who goes with Scott.
Sure. Will Dele Alli and Harry Winks be in the squad for this weekend?
Well, we are working with all the players. We still have the training session, and then we'll decide the squad for the match of tomorrow.
Spurs fans are wondering about the future, particularly of Dele Alli right now, also Harry Winks. What would you say about their futures at the club?
They are our players. They are here with us. There's nothing to be worried about. It's a situation that we have to work. We have to improve all the players. There are momentums on the performance of the players. This is what is the squad, making decisions, taking advantage of the moment, the talent, what we want for the game. All the players, we count with all the players.
Sure. Obviously, it's a massive match, and Manchester United under real scrutiny after their thrashing by Liverpool last weekend. What did you make of that defeat?
That shows that the competition is very tough. All the teams are very good. Man United is a fantastic team that we have to face tomorrow, and that is what we are concerned about, is the match of tomorrow.
I mean, you're both under pressure, you and Ollie, but do you feel for Ollie right now? Do you have sympathy for him because he's under real spotlight, isn't he?
There's no manager in the world that's not under pressure. It's part of our job.
Just looking at the United defence, they do look a bit of a mess. Is this a match for Harry Kane to maybe really capitalise and add to his one Premier League goal so far?
It's a good chance for everybody to do a good game. We are improving some aspects of our game. We are having step backs in other aspects of our game. But the next match is always a good chance for us to keep building on the things that we improve and put it together, the mistakes that we are making in some particular moments of the game.
Thanks, Nuno. Good luck.
Thank you, Jeremy. Thank you.
Thanks, Jeremy. Vicky Sparks, please.
Hi, Nuno. Good to see you.
Hello, Vicky.
You mentioned aspects of the game there. In particular, can you pick out one aspect that you feel has been improving and one that you're particularly focused on improving?
The possession. I think we've been able to increase our moment with the ball. And we need to improve on when we have the ball on the final third to create better lines, better combinations that can finish in goals and chances and shots and crosses. But we are improving considering on our being more compact. We are playing close to each other. So the possession has been good in terms of defensive aspects. Also, we've been solid. We have to see the set pieces that really causes a problem. In the Premier League game against West Ham, we improved against Burnley. We didn't concede too many chances. Defensively, we were spot on. So, Vicky, this is our work. Sometimes we improve some things don't go so well, and we go again. We keep insisting because we want to be a better team.
And just one more from me, obviously mentioning the pressure on Ole Gunnar Solskjaer. As a manager, how do you deal with that sort of pressure, particularly when the voices around can become so loud?
Because myself, I take my own routine. I focus on what I have to focus, and my focus is on what I can control and what I can impact. And it's on the players, it's on the squad, it's on the work that we do. It's on the players when we are together, the hours that we spend here in the training ground. This is where you have to focus. And if you focus on that will go to your home also, because you keep thinking what I should do the next day. And then you keep focus on what you have to think about. Ignore the noise.
Thank you, Nuno. Best of luck.
Thank you, Vicky. Thank you.
Thanks, Vicky. George Cummings, please.
Thanks, Anthony. Hello, Nuno.
Hello, George.
Nuno, Manchester United a dangerous opponent tomorrow in the case that they've got thumped last week and you don't know what Man United are going to show up?
Not because of what's happened before in the teams. Is a reflection on the next game. Man United is a fantastic team of football with very good players. So this is what we expect, not because of the situation that happened before. We know exactly who we're going to face, and we're going to face a very good team of football.
One player you'll face is Ronaldo. I just wondered what you've made of his return to the Premier League so far, and what do you think of him as a player?
Ronaldo, for all of us Portuguese, it's something that we are very proud, very proud. Ronaldo brought to all of us immense and so many moments of happiness. When you go around the world, people say, when you ask where you're from, you say Portugal, first thing that they say is Ronaldo. So that's what it means, Ronaldo, for all of us. One of the best players in history.
Do you have many dealings with him? Have you met him a couple of times before? Do you know each other at all?
Yes, of course. I'm proud to say that I was part of the squad of 2008. So, yes, I know him.
Good. And just on Harry Winks and Dele Alli, could you understand if they wanted to leave in January because of what's going on?
We are talking about January, so far away, so far away. We have to focus on what we have to do now with all the players, all the personal situations of the players. I address them personally. I speak when I have to speak, private, say the things, listen to the things that the players have to say, and this is how we deal with things. Not here. Probably you'll never see me in a press conference addressing issues with players. I take care of them personally.
Thank you.
Thank you, George.
Thanks, George. Ian Abrahams, please.
Thanks, Anthony. Hi, Nuno. How are you?
I'm okay. And yourself?
Oh, not too bad, thank you. Can you explain why both sides at the moment, both Spurs and Manchester United, go into this game really not in a good place?
Because different reasons, special reasons with each team. I'm focused on what happened to us. We started the competition really well. After the first international break, we go back. We had a big step back in terms of team, what we want to be as a team. We've been able to recover, and this is normal. When you have so good results, the expectations go very high, but you cannot forget that we're still on the process of finding the right team for us, the right way. And as absurd as it seems, we keep chasing what we said in the beginning, having a team that make our fans proud. We keep chasing it every day, and this is what we do. I don't compare myself as a group of players of a squad to anybody else. All the teams have their own issues. I'm not the one to address them.
Harry Kane's stats are down, less goals, less assists. Can you address why that's the case?
Yeah, because we should improve. We should improve. Like we say, we had aspects in our game that improve very well. For example, against Villa, we had in many shots. On the first half of the West Ham game, a game that we play good, under my perspective, in terms of control, in terms of possession. In the first half, we had that momentum, we have chances. In the second half, we didn't. We had situations with final touch that didn't improve, position of the players. So it's up to us to find. Individual, the players has to improve. We are here to support and find the solutions. This is what we do. But unfortunately, we're not able to be consistent enough. First half good, second half not so good. We should maintain and sustain.
You mentioned the second half at West Ham last week. You didn't have a single shot on the West Ham goal. Why do you think that there is that lack of intensity, maybe lack of consistency, however you put it, over the course of the entire 90 minutes?
Some of those aspects was due to our lack of mobility. We didn't find the spaces. We had crosses, but not final touches. We had three or four crosses good. A lot of them go to the credit of your opponent because West Ham is very, very good and well organized. They close all the gaps, the spaces that are there. At the same time, we didn't produce, but we didn't concede any kind of situation during the second half to West Ham. We lose the game on a set piece. So we have to improve in terms of creativity in the final third, mobility. We have to gel, we have to combine. We have to recognize a teammate is in a better position to give the pass. We have a lot of aspects, Ian, a lot of aspects.
Last one quickly. Your opponent, I mean, they lost 5-0 at home last week. The manager has been very defensive in his press conference ahead of the game. They're clearly on a real low right now, Manchester United. When you go into a game and your opponent is in that kind of position, and you know, you can go out there and really go for the jugular from the beginning. What is your mindset in the run up to the game in the last few hours and last few minutes ahead of the game? What do you tell your players?
We'll have a plan. We'll prepare it. We have a training session, and then you have a minute and a meeting, and we have a plan. And we'll try to reproduce that plan. But like I say, and respect what I'm trying to say to you, I will not mention anything regarding the situation of our opponents. We look at them as a football team.
Brilliant. Good luck tomorrow. Thank you.
Thank you, Ian.
Thanks, Ian. Time for 2 more in this section. So, Rob Guest, please.
Hi, Nuno. In the past month or so, Cristiano Romero's come into the team. What have you made to his start at the club so far, and how good do you think he can be for Tottenham?
I think he's improving. Christian is improving. I think two cases clearly, the players that with the games are stepping up and improving very, very, very in a very good way are Emerson and Cuti Romero, definitely. Premier League is very, very demanding. They felt in the beginning the impact of the competition, but now they are settling down. Is what we need. Players that arrive as soon as they get the right adaptation, the talent is there, so will be good for us.
You made a few changes on Wednesday in the Cup of Burnley. Prior to that, you'd gone with pretty much the same team in the league. Is anyone giving you something to think about in terms of naming your team to face Manchester United?
Yes. I think was good for us to all the players who were involved having minutes. We come here with players with minutes, with game on their legs, and individually good performances. This is what we expect. The better the players are, the more players they are in the better momentum, more solutions we'll have for the game, for the starting 11, for the rest of the game, for our plan, for everything.
Thanks, Rob. Last one, Jonathan Veal, please.
Hi there, no, it's just a real quick one. You mentioned Bryan Gil earlier on. Is there any chance he can be fit for the weekend or not?
I cannot answer you that, Jonathan, unfortunately. We arrive, we have a training session in the afternoon at 4 p.m. This is the moment that the physios are gonna assess them.
Cool, thank you.
Thank you, Jonathan.
Thanks, Jonathan. Okay, so we'll move on to the embargoed section now for 10:30 p.m.